Shalom, shalom, saints. Shalom, shalom. Wherever your understanding is, this is Pastor Johnny, also known as Raah Yahchanan, coming to you with yet another tabernacle lesson. Yes, sisters and brothers, this is day 4. And at this point, I must say, I hope that you are still joyous and joyful, and this has not become grievous and a burden, and you are still yet holding on as even the weather changes from 90-degree days to low 40s, 50-degree nights, that you are yet holding on and enjoying yourself as we partake in Yahweh's Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Booths. So I greet you in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. And, here at the Multitude of Christ Ministry, we just want to encourage you to be obedient and do what is written in the scriptures. So just as Ezra did, we're going to read from the laws of Moses. We're going to read from the scriptures and get some edification here on this afternoon, on this 4th day of the Feast of Tabernacles. Well, let's go into a lesson that I entitled straight from the scriptures, and it is entitled Defraud Not Your Neighbor. We're going to discuss defrauding your neighbor. Is this a topic that I think can be done quickly? No, I don't think it can be done quickly, but I'm going to do my best to keep this in a short amount of time because there's many ways. Listen what I say, that the saints of Yah defraud each other. Yes, I'm talking about those that profess to be in the truth, those that say they are saved, sanctified, born again, are still indulging in defrauding their neighbor. So look at the ways. We defraud each other in property. We defraud each other in time, money, product and services. And yes, even in the church, it can come down to defrauding people from prayer, having their prayers answered from the Most High, and also gaining true salvation in the kingdom to come. And you say, Raah, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about the things, the character flaws that are still in the church that people do not want to deal with. And I'm going to tell you, as I've been leading the congregation and as I've been walking this walk of ministry, I'm going to tell you like I knew in the world, but I thought it'd be different in the truth. But sisters and brothers, our community, our people, we have a problem with money. We don't only have a problem with money management. We have a problem discussing money, discussing our flaws and setbacks with money, how to use it, what is it for, how to acquire it. It's just a whole bunch of things that lead up to us defrauding our neighbor. But one of the things is bad teaching. Bad teaching in our community of if one person or one company defrauds me or swindles me out of money, see, we get into that no snitching, and next thing you know, you don't blow the whistle, you don't get on social media, you don't let the community know, hey, that company ABC over there is defrauding people out of money. That sister over there, her product is making people break out. Hey, that brother right there, he's been around different towns and different cities running this same scheme and the same scam. Listen, not snitching has even infiltrated into the church, and it is the main reason why you will not rebuke your neighbor. You will not correct your sister or brother, knowing that the business and the way that they are handling business is incorrect. It is not only unlawful by this world's standards, but it's unlawful by the Most High standards. So let's get into some scripture. Let's dig a little deeper and find out how we should be treating one another. And I want you to do some root cause to figure out within yourself, is it possible that you could be defrauding your neighbor? Let's start in the book of Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 13. It reads, "Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Man, you know, you got these people out here that'll pay you to come do a concert, pay you to come cut grass, pay you to do the trimming of the bushes, fix something in the church or the congregation. And listen, when you hire people, it is not their concern of how you pay them. If it's the ministry, pay them from the ministry. It's whether or not people are given to the ministry is not the concern of the person that you hire, right? No, the same thing is you get somebody to make you an outfit, or you buy a staff, or you buy a menorah, or you know, Israel out here is in the truth to do business. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, everybody's making merchandise of the word of the Most High. Everybody is wanting to be entrepreneurs and self-employed, and there's nothing wrong with it. But at the cost of the Most High, if you do bad business, you're putting still the sacrifice of the Mashiach to shame. Don't get into business if you don't know how to run business. Don't defraud your neighbor. Don't rob your neighbor. If someone does work for you, or if you have work done for yourself, pay them. Pay the person you got the materials from. Pay the person doing the sewing. Pay the builder that's putting the boards together. Pay the person fixing the AC. Pay them on time, not tomorrow. Not no IOUs. You pay people like you weigh, like you like the contract, whatever you assign to do. Pay them that right up front. Forget all the games. Pay people what they are owed. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 24. Deuteronomy chapter 24. I mean, even in the truth, you can hear of other ministries, camps, synagogues, congregations. You go on YouTube and you'll say, okay, why is this person outing that person? Oh, that person was just mad. That's why they left the ministry. Oh, they couldn't get what they want in the ministry. That's not true all the time. Sometimes it's the ministry and those leaders that are wicked and that are sifting the people like wheat, using God to rob the congregation, doing shady business out in the street. And somebody needs to whistle blow and tell you so that you don't walk right into that same ministry, think you're doing the work of the Most High God, and end up feeling hurt because the man of God or someone in that congregation took your hard-earned money. Let's go to Deuteronomy 24. We're going to look at verse 14. Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 14. And it says, thou shalt not oppress and hire servant that is poor and needy. Listen, everybody that works needs money. Let's get one thing certain. If you're not a millionaire and a billionaire and your money ain't making money for you, and you're out here working 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 10 4s, whatever your shift is, and you making 5, 15, 20, $40 an hour, doesn't matter. If you're hourly or even salary, depending on how you manage your expenses and income, you could be still living check to check, still living like you are poor, even though you got well enough money to live a comfortable life. See, poor, you got to look at poor case by case, because some people say they don't have, and they do. They just mismanage what they have. You know a poor and a person in need, right? Especially, you know, some people starting out business, you know that business isn't thriving, that business isn't booming. They need whatever you say, y'all agree you're going to buy their product for, pay them. They need their money so that they can go pay their bills. Don't be afflicted, people, by sitting up here. Hey, and this thing here, we're the Hebrew Israelites. We ain't about chewing people down. We're not about hustling and trying to nickel and dime. Listen, when I was a kid, you would hear that in the community, try to get the lowest price for whatever. Listen, man, when you become a grown-up and you see how hard you earn, how hard you work to get your money, and you see somebody selling something you want, man, pay them what they're asking for. Quit trying to get 25% off, 30% off, nickel and diamond. Hey, if you know how hard it is to get a product up and running and get a business up and running and get a product sold, then you will know how to pay people justly for what they are providing for you. But Israel is full of people starting businesses, man, and they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay what it costs to get the materials to sell products that they turn around and want customers to pay them 15 to 20% more for what they're selling. Now that don't make sense, does it? You don't want to pay to get the materials to make the product, but then you'll turn around and want to sell it to me and want me to pay you 40% more than it costs you to make it. Now listen, business is about getting the products at a price and selling it to make an income. I get that. But then it becomes a point of defrauding, and this is what the mentality of a defrauder. You're hustling on both ends. You're overpricing to sell and you're underpaying to get. That's the wrong kind of mentality. But some would say, well, that's the capitalist way, and that's the way this thing works. But then you got to look at how successful people with that mentality truly are. Now I'm talking spiritually. Remember, we're in context. This is a ministry. You're watching me because this you want to hear what the word of the Most High say. So don't get into a worldly mindset. Keep it spiritual, right? Because we're in Deuteronomy 24. Thou shalt not oppress and hire servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of the stranger that are in the land within thy gates. Verse 15. At his day, when he's done doing all his work, thou shalt give him his hire. Neither shall the sun go down upon it. Don't be dragging it all out, looking around for other things he can work on. Whatever he said he could fix, that's what he's there to fix. Nothing else. You hired him to fix that pipe, not the other pipes. This price is for that pipe. Pay the man for that pipe. Then you can negotiate whatever else was found. For he is poor and setteth his heart up on it. Listen, now this is what happens when you hire people to come do work and you don't know people's pockets and how people's lives are, right? But you better be careful messing with a child or a son or a daughter of the Most High Yah, because this goes on to say, and in verse 15, lest he cry against thee unto Yah, and it be sin unto you. Wait a minute. So all of this manipulation, all of this scheming, think about that. Even the phrase trying to get the bag. Who do you know that's out here trying to get the bag? You don't hear people 9 to 5 talking about getting the bag. You only hear people illegally trying to acquire things talking about get the bag. Women selling sex, or women on OnlyFans, or brothers selling drugs, or brothers out here Deuce Bigelowing, you know what I'm saying? Doing unseemly things, trying to get extra money or fast money. When you hear that term, getting the bag, think about the people that are giving us that phrase. Rappers and musicians who are on 360 deals, who are taking advances, which are loans. Listen, look at us college students. We went to get student loans, $5,000 a semester, maybe $10,000, $20,000 a semester. At the end of 4 years, you got an education. All right, you got $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 debt, but you got a job that can pay it back. These musicians are getting millions of dollars up front for 4, 5, 7 albums, right? But they've never had that kind of money before. So they're going through the money and they don't know that every expense that they do, from the buses to the wardrobe to the makeup, everything that they use is still coming out of their advance money. So by the time they start getting cut a check, they're like, where is the money? Now they're in debt, millions of dollars to these companies. We go to college, we're in debt, 40, 50,000, 100,000. We're not taking no $1 million advances to put out no music and product. I'm just giving you an analogy. Like, don't be looking at phrases and looking at social media and people selling you a lifestyle. Somebody might be paying them to show you a lifestyle that they don't really live, right? And so when somebody's putting out rump shaker music or buy drugs, Molly Percocet, pushing P, and then all of a sudden they find out that they got defrauded in the contract, who they gonna go cry to? They can't get on their knees all of a sudden and be like, Lord, help me. It don't work like that. Sinners can't make money off sin and then try to get the Most High to bail them out. Don't work like that. So the children of the Most High, we shouldn't be involved in shady deals, defrauding our neighbors, and then expect the Most High Yah to bail us out. Because that person we might defraud might have a true devotional relationship with the Most High. And when they cry out to him, you be the one in sin. You'll be the one that judgment comes on swiftly. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for the cry of that person. They'll put all their eggs in this one basket to sell this oil, to sell these necklaces, to sell whatever, right? Whatever product it is. Could be consultation. You're paying them for their knowledge and their time to help you get whatever going. Whatever it is, don't defraud thy neighbor, and you don't have to worry about sin, worried about the judgment of the Most High Yah coming up on you. Let's move on. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 4. And we're going to read at verse 1, and it says, ye sons, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait. Man, you can't be waiting to pay people, man. When the job is done, pay the people. They should be waiting on this deal to come through and that deal to close for you to pay them. Don't do business that way. Most High said, don't do business that way. Don't have people waiting till the next day or till the sun goes down. The day that you agree that they should be done, if they're done in that time, pay them. Verse 2, make not a hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. Verse 3, add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. You see your brothers and sisters in need, you shouldn't hold back to give to them, right? But look, what if your brother and sister know you out here defrauding people? Then you turn around and you need help. Who do you expect to bail you out if everybody know you out here doing shady business? Character is everything, and character is how you walk, how you talk, how you treat people. Character is what you do. And if your character is ruined, your character precedes you in everything, including business with one another, right? Don't vex the distress, and don't hold back when you see your brother and sister in need. Verse 4, reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. Someone's supplicating you, they have a request from you, and you like, I don't even want to hear it, man. I don't even want to fool with them right now. But nobody ever looks and say, well, man, one day I might be in need, and if I treat people like that, man, maybe it'll come back and they'll treat me like that, right? Golden rule, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Man, that should be everybody's walk and everybody's talk, right? Verse 5, turn not away thy eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. You got to be careful, man. All these people you looking at on the corner, oh, they could have got a job, or this sister in the congregation, man, I know she was up. I know they got money. They probably holding back this and holding back that. See, these aren't your concerns. If you're blessed, be a blessing. If you're blessed, be a blessing. And if you aren't blessed and you want something to change, then change what you're doing. Maybe start blessing people, and maybe it'll reciprocate, and the things you want in life may come about, right? So we're going all the way to verse 6. Here we go. For if he curses thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. Sisters and brothers, you got to make sure that your sisters and brothers that you see down and out around your congregation, listen, everybody ain't up and everybody ain't got it like you. But when you're looking around in the congregation, man, and you see people in need, if you got it, help them. Now, you also got to watch some sisters and brothers that's about defrauding their brother and sister, right? You still got the people in the congregation that play on others, you know. They play like they don't got it, but they do got it. They just don't want to spend their money. There's people that live off trying to just spend other people's money, right? They want to save their money for what they want to do with it, right? But they want to always go around asking this person and that person and that person. And it's like, wait a minute, man. The Most High say, from the sweat of your brow and your labor shall you be blessed. Like, you got to go out here and get it yourself. I mean, what that look like? What kind of congregation is that with those kind of people floating around? not concerned about themselves or no one else. Most I said, it could be sin upon you if you're out here defrauding your sisters and brothers. Yeah, defrauding. You not going out and making money for yourself to feed yourself and clothe yourself and house yourself, and using other people's money just to get by, just to smoke some weed, just to get a little drink. You ain't paying no bills. You going couch to couch. Like, you defrauding other people's ability to take care of them and their children. Yeah, people forget. Like, they always asking you for stuff, but they forget you got children. You got kids in college. You got kids that may have needs. Where's the concern at, like, brother to brother, sister to sister? Let's go to James chapter 5. James chapter 5. I want to get all these scripts in. Y'all forgive me. I'm passionate, man. I just want to share this with y'all on this Tabernacles. Just break some bread. James chapter 5. And we're going to read one verse. The book of James, chapter 5. And we're going to read the 4th verse. James, chapter 5. Ooh, yeah. Hey, sticking together. All right, James 5 and 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the master of Sabaoth. Basically, they're saying the master of war. And who do we know brings war? The Most High Yah brings war. He brings peace. He brings love. All these things come from the Most High Yah. But listen here. You hire people to do a job, to build this, to make this for you. Like, that sister and brother can't defraud you in the material and what it is you agreed to buy. But you can't be funny and all of a sudden now your Cash App, your Venmo, none of your Zelle, none of your stuff works. Now all of a sudden you can't send them the money for the work or the product that is that you've hired them for. Or you have somebody come out here and do work on your land. Like, listen, I'm out here in the country. And these contractors coming from 2 hours away sometimes, man, when they come out here to do some work, it don't matter what I'm doing over here. When they get done working, they knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, we're done. And you'll see all them contractors sitting out there because no one's leaving until whoever got the job, till we all get paid. We're not leaving till we all get paid. Did you hear what I said? None of us are leaving until that person pay me. Or guess what you can expect the contractors to do? If you don't pay them, I wholeheartedly would expect them contractors of the world to go in there and tear down everything they just worked on all day. Wouldn't that be justified? They put all that work in on your property. They built out a whole new room for your house. They put in a whole new cabinet, whole new countertop. And then all of a sudden you like, well, man, I thought this payment was going to come in. It ain't coming in till next week. I would expect the world to go in there and just rip it all up before you start moving in all your China and all your ware. It's not fair. We got to do just business. You want good things to come about by your business getting up and off the ground. You got to do good business to reap the rewards of your business being prosperous, right? Reap what you sow. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 5. Let's continue. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 18. And it says, look at this. We want the latter part of this verse. But I'm going to read the whole verse. Verse 18. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 18. For the scripture saith, thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of his reward. Man, you look at these bloggers, you got bloggers, man, and all they doing is talking, but they don't have no problem asking money and support so that they can continue to talk. And some are good, feeding you good information, and some are just deceiving you and defrauding you with the information and got you believing all kind of conspiracies and theories. But it's beyond, I'm just amazed at how the people continue to send support, like, subscribe, sending money. But you look at the church congregations out here, especially in the truth, man, we can't get no concerts up and running. People don't go to the concerts to see the artists they love. Everybody's trying to get everything free. Everybody's trying to download. But I mean, you let Beyonce or Jay-Z, somebody come to town, and now everybody, same people in the truth, is posting all of these secular artists that they went and paid hundreds of dollars to go to get their nails done, new outfits, to pay their tickets to go see these secular concert artists, right? But then when Tabernacles or Pentecost or the feast come around, I mean, now they want to hear some righteous and holy rap or singing, and these artists, it's not available, right? Because no one's out here streaming and making our truth music artists move to the point to where everybody can know that they exist, to get on the radios, to get in these venues so you can see them. The labor is worthy of the reward. If you like the product, buy the product. If you like the music, buy the music. Don't wait on the bootleg version. Don't try to download it from a download. I'm just saying. Let's go to Matthew. Let's look at the Messiah. This is our last place. Matthew chapter 20. If you like it and you have the ability to buy it, get it. And if you don't get it till you got it. It's just like a movie. You want to see the new what's that, Queen of Wakanda movie or whatever's coming out? If you don't got the money to go to the movies, what are you gonna do? You're gonna wait till it gets to the streaming site that you're on, and you can watch it then for free, right? That's how it goes. I mean, don't put yourself out. You got bills to pay. You got other things to do. That movie is gonna be all right. You can go to YouTube and watch the trailer, and you can get the gist of any movie or anything out there. But like I said, if you really like something and you got it and you can afford it, get it. No problem with that. Last place, Matthew chapter 20. But don't be trying to defraud your neighbor or go to the barber shop and say, hey man, who got that bootleg Wakanda coming out? Who got that? Everybody's looking for a cheaper way. But then when it comes to you making money, you want it all, 100%. Matthew chapter 20, we're going to read verse 8 through 16. I want to get to this point. Let me read. Verse 8, Matthew 20 and 8. So whenever was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, these last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden of the heat of the day. But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own money? Is thine eye evil because I am good? So that the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few are chosen. Now listen, I know you heard verse 16 before, but put it in the context of that parable that the Mashiach was given. We're talking about sisters and brothers that's been laboring in this truth for many, many years. You're going to get the exact same reward in the kingdom of heaven that the people that come on into this truth that's been a year, 6 months, 1 month. When the heart is converted and people turn to sin and start obeying the law, statutes, and commandments, they will receive the same reward as the sisters and brothers that's been laboring 40, 60, 30 years. Heavenly Father is good and just. He can do in his kingdom what he wants. He created us. Who are we to try to get there any other way but through the straight gate? How we do business, personally, you can't expect nothing different in the world. And one thing you can expect from the Most High is He ain't going to deal with us unjustly and unlawfully. He already told us what we had to do. He already told us the reward we will receive for doing it. Do we agree? Now I'm talking to the sisters and brothers that agree to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. There's no point of saying you follow the law, statutes, and commandments and you're going to compromise and not do them as soon as it is not opportunistic or comfortable for you. As soon as it doesn't benefit you, now you're making all these kind of excuses of things you can and can't do. And when we start compromising the law, statutes, and commandments, we start doing things like lying, cheating, stealing, and defrauding our neighbor. Sisters and brothers, I done gone longer than the first two. And if you follow me all 7 days, by the end, we might be at an hour. Y'all forbid, I hope not. But listen, get the message out of what I'm saying, sisters and brothers. We got to deal right with each other. In business, in everything, in communication, in trust, in loyalty. That's our character. And right now we got sisters and brothers out here being the example for what an Israelite is, if that's not even what an Israelite is written to be. And we got more of those people are being followed than the ones that are walking a circumspect, obedient lifestyle. People are drawn to drama, confusion, and just every kind of wickedness. Sisters and brothers, stop defrauding one another. If you want something to change in your life, then change something. How about this? If you want good business to come your way out of whatever you're doing, if you're just working a 9 to 5, or if you're business for self, or whatever it is you're doing, if you want to succeed and be prosperous, hey, deal righteously one towards another. Do not defraud your neighbor, your brethren, the strangers. Don't oppress them. Don't oppress the people that you hire. Pay like you weigh, and in return, you'll receive the income you desire from the labor of your work if we just keep everything even, keel, and copacetic, and rightfully and just. And with that, sisters and brothers, I thank you for joining me on day 4 here. If Yah's will, we'll come again tomorrow, all through the Tabernacles, as he said. I read from the books of the law, have a feast, have a great time. And again, if you're tabernacling, you got to dwell in a temporary dwelling, no matter how cold, how wet, how windy. Hey, our forefathers was in the wilderness 40 years. Can you imagine? Y'all bless.